Hello and welcome. We're going to be doing a IFSCL everything live from start to finish. And welcome. We're going to be doing a IFSCL everything live from start to finish. And welcome. We're going to be doing Hey Ben. IFSCL everything live from start to finish. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my volume on my phone that I look at the live chat from, and so it was looping. Okay, I guess we can go over the menu. We'll start with quit, obviously closes the game. Down here opens the website for Imudelki, the person who created the game. Story mode is not available yet. The credits are displayed here. Can't make them go any faster. Here are the options. For display, you have the quality, motion blur. I don't even know why you'd have that on. Subtitles, full screen, and countdown variation for just the countdown in Sector 5. I like to have it on yes. Just because it, looks better. Completely up to you. Camera sensitivity. When you first start the game, have it on low. If you ever restart the game, what you should do is you should actually just close the entire program out completely and restart it, because the sensitivity gets bogged up, and so does the pathfinding. These are for available in the future. Audio, where you have your music. Can't do a lot of that. It's kind of copyrighted. Sound effects and voice volume. The difficulty, you'd have that on whatever you want. For now, we'll do easy for the sake of the tutorial. Languages are displayed down here. Don't ask me what any of these flags are. Screenshots, just opens your screenshots folder, nothing too bad. And then anonymous sending. You can actually take a look at the anonymous data. I think that the website's working right now. I think. Don't quote me on that. And quick game is to start a game with all the defaults available. In custom game, for now we'll do that. Earth Team off startup, random, Sector 5 matter codes, friends have are live. That will be set to 1. They're going to start up. Diary decrypted, that will be set to, we could keep that off for now. Earth troubles, auto connect off, random monsters, DNA fusion. We'll leave that off for now. Simultaneous attacks, initiative on. So here, actually, I should explain. I lead on startup. You could have on Lyoko or on Earth or random. Odds, same thing, with the addition of a permanent xanified option for if you want them permanently xanified, and that's the same for everyone else. William, we're going to keep him as on Earth for now. This option, if you have anyone starting on Lyoko, you can have them start in Lyoko on any of the 4 sectors or in Carthage. In the future, they'll have the digital seer replicas. Earth team on startup, if you have them set to Earth, it will be random. They could be at Kadek, in the scanners, or same as Jeremy. Attack on startup is self-explanatory. XANA attacks on startup. Leoco on startup is if the virtual world of Leoco is created on game start. Fifth sector extras is just the maze, garage skid, and the garage skid plus skid Vladimir. France Hopper alive. If enabled, France Hopper will save Arlita from the digital. See if she falls. You get this error when you have conflicting data. What does it say? Hopper alive option must be enabled so that Earth code can be resolved if needed. Enable option. Yes. XANA's initiative is if he's going to attack autonomously by himself. Random monsters. They just spawn random monsters to harass you. It's quite annoying if you're trying to look at the visual for Alita, which we will go over at a later time. DNA fusion is essentially if you want the DNA fused with like Kiwi randomly. Earth troubles is if they're going to be blocked via anyone else. I'll show that later. Auto connection is just for auto connecting to Leoco or the virtual core. Simultaneous attacks is if you can attack the core, have a tower activated, or attack the skid and have a tower activated and attack the core. You could do like all of the things at once. On Earth, human xanification, non-human xanification, electric sphere, and weather disaster are really not important. You can enable them. They're just sort of like attacks that take forever to work. The satellite meteor will be a meteor colliding with Earth. You deactivate the tower, and it will not stop, obviously. You'd have to launch a return to the past. The power plant will deactivate immediately when you deactivate a tower. No return to the past needed. No return to the past needed for here, unless you want to reset your damages, which I'll show you later. These two, that'll say attack data unavailable or whatever. You'll have to look at the television to find out what attack type it is. It's usually pretty obvious. Let's see. XANA Leoco. For xanifying Scyphozoa, we'll set almost all this off. Draining skids, we'll set that to off for now, set that to off. Sector attacks, we'll just keep that on because xanifying Scyphozoa is not. This, we can go up, this will be off for now, this will be off for now, and Guardian use, we'll have that on. We're going to go through everything one by one. Alright, and let's start. So, in the center screen, you can see advice displayed, obviously. All this is loading. You can just check up on here. 2 views. Okay, everything's working. It takes a little bit to load. It's not really that bad. And loading should be done now. You could tell because the FPS drops whenever loading's done. There we go. Click to continue option. Okay, so as you can see at the bottom, it essentially says it's dangerous to attack, or it's dangerous to not be connected to the core. I'll go over everything. So the catechin. So the first things you see in the terminal, there are a couple things to notice. This button here closes out of the terminal, or any window. So that's the same with any window. This button will minimize tabs, so you can put it at the bottom. You still can't interact with the terminal when it's minimized. I wish that worked, because I really don't need to use the terminal at all. Or rather, I don't need to look at it, just because I've had everything offhand. This is for making the window smaller. Some windows restoring or resizing are unavailable. I like to put terminal up in the corner and just shrink it down since I don't ever need it. This right here, energy available. You can click on that and it'll display your current energies. More on that later. This window, city map, and then everything else is available in the future. I just close that out since you can open city map just by using CMap, and it's easier. So a couple of the redundant things for now. I guess we can start with the cooling system. This is just for the cooling. You could do cooling .off to turn it off, and you'll see that the current energy actually dropped because the cooling was off, or the cooling was off. In the future, this will be a sort of attack tactic that you can use to limit the amount of energy you can use in the supercomputer. Just cooling .on to turn it back on, and you can see it gives us back some energy. A couple things, the scanners as well. Whenever you transfer someone, they'll sort of do stuff, I guess. You can do scanners.1 and just do scanners.off, and it'll give you some energy. Scanners.on, and it will take some energy. You can do scanners.all and turn them all off at once. So this window is kind of useless. You'll see right here by this sort of DNA thing. That'll open the link window, but Lyoko connection is needed. So I'll get more on that later. The elevator. This is for, you can change the level of the elevator. So I could do elevator.-3, and it will go down to the supercalculator room. And you can hear the elevator actually pass by. Elevator.0. Just change the level. So see here, these sort of paths are like little ladders that they'll be able to take in the future. Right now they can't take them. Elevator.close will close the door. Elevator.open will open the door, obviously. And then elevator.off will, elevator.off, you have to wait a little bit after the door finishes closing. We'll lock down the elevator so you can't move it. See, unavailable, elevator lock. Elevator.on will turn back on the elevator. All right, let's get to the CMap and some of the fun stuff we can do. So CMap, CADIC. So here we have a city map, fully functional. Like there's different areas, so we could do like CMap.power plants. This is the attack window. If there's an attack, we'll get on that later. There are sort of different locations that you can find around. Here's the factory. And then if you do CMap.phone and then LOC, like location, it will localize people's phone numbers, and you can see where in the map they are. Phone will open the phone window. You can manually type anyone's phone numbers. Here are their phone numbers. This is the legend. More on that later. Or you could just do hang up button to hang up, call, clear. You could just do phone and then the name of the Lyoko warrior. There's Elida, Odd, Ulrich, Yumi, William. If you've ever watched the show, that'll be a little obvious. You can see here, there are different locations they can go to. Up here, we'll switch calls to other people. For now, let's get everyone over to the factory and scanners. And we can prepare for the first Lyoko dive. Okay. Let's wait for everyone. Tmap.district will bring you back to district. Will bring you back to this. Not really that important. Just for if you want to like reset your camera view, I guess. We'll turn the elevator on. I just had that off so that everyone could go and be in the same elevator ride, and we wouldn't have to be in that annoying part. This is everything from start to finish, so I'm starting with the most basic stuff and moving to the more advanced stuff. I will be getting to building the skid in the stream. If you want, I could like send you a private message on Facebook for when I'm building the skid. If that's cool, if you don't want to hang around for like the hour or so that it will actually take. But yeah, now we get to start the fun stuff. To connect to Lyoko, I don't know if you saw that earlier, but it says local connection needed. You just type Lyoko and then connect. And then Lyoko connect on, and it'll begin the connection. Connection completed. The energy does dip down a bit. When you see there are these sort of, actually we'll get on that later. I'll explain that later, it's more important. First of all, I can't believe I didn't explain this. Search opens Kiwi. Not really important right now. You'll have it for later. Web. If you type web, you can connect to the internet. You can type web.kiwi or use the thing down here to open it. Web.tv. Web.satinfo, which we'll get to a tiny bit later. Essentially, pretty much anything you can click on can be done with a command in the terminal, so you really don't have to use the mouse all that much. Options menu can be opened just from escape. You can see the inventory, more on these books later. Options can be displayed here and quit as well. F12 will open the help menu. You can create a bug report, and here is pretty much everything I'm going to go over, but probably some things will be a little less explained and more for you to explore, and some things will be a little more explained. Screenshot for when you want to screenshot stuff, full screen on off, that's all self-explanatory. Let's get to the fun stuff. Okay, so the link window, which is what we tried opening earlier, you can open from here, but link already opened, obviously. So the sector window, it's not really that important. You could just do like sector.force. It just views the status of the current sector you have selected. If you remember earlier, we had the materialization code set to off, which means it's unavailable. We can't directly virtualize to the sector, and anyone that gets diverted here, sorry, allergies. Anyone that gets diverted here will sort of be in the frontier zone. More on that later. The divert is for bringing people back to Earth. Divert is for virtualizing someone to the location of a Leoka warrior. If they're split up, I don't remember if it'll give you an error or be the closest to an attack type or just simply random. Vert is for selecting the destination to virtualize people. Here you can skip time. That'll be more important later. Over vehicles, materialization, return to the past program, reboot program, multi-tower scan function, and the different virtualization windows. Okay, so when you virtualize someone, I guess we could start with like odds. So to bring up your transfer bar, you just type TRANSF. And then to transfer Leoka warrior, you would just simply type their name and then dot the TRANSF again, dot trans. And then from here, you can either do the quick command is just do scan, and then their name, and then dot scan, and then just type in vert, and then vert dot, we'll do like forest dot 10 for now, vert dot exe. So forest is the name of the sector. There are 4 sectors: the forest, the mountain, the ice, and the desert. With the addition of Carthage, that's the 5th sector. But for now, we won't have access to that. The number is sort of, here, I'll explain it. So in the virtual map, if we just do vmap.forest, we can get a look at the sector we're in. So we're going to go to vmap.forest.10. And sort of, there are the tower numbers. And towers number 1 through 10. If you just double click on a tower, it'll open the super scan window. There are way towers that will allow you to move people to other sectors. If you type in vmap.towers, you can see which tower goes to what sector and what tower number. And it does update for when sectors are destroyed or created. And then vmap.legend is just all of that stuff. You'll see all that used later. I'm not really going to explain all of that. So essentially, the forest is the sector and the number is the tower number. I could do the coordinate system. To pan your camera or to move it around like this, just right click. To move it up and down, just control and scroll. And then to move the actual, move it around the coordinate grid, it's just control, right click, and then drag. I could do the coordinate system. It's kind of buggy though at the current moment. But to virtualize to the coordinate, you'd need the sector, so it would look something like this. Vert.forest, and then dot, and then the coordinate, you just remove the 0 from the front. So -851, and then dot. So the next one, the y coordinate, would be another dot, and then just 79. And that would work, you could see. But this is more of a sort of safer route to take. Right, and then to virtualize, just vert.exe. Okay, so we see here, that there, this sort of COM card showed up. If you press that, it'll lock on. This is their health, this is their action points, and this is their energy for when they're walking around and stuff to lose energy. It's also the battle timer. On their actions, Reload we'll get into a bit later. You can enter the tower. Strategies are available in the future. Over vehicles, you can just have them walk to an over vehicle. Monsters, you can have them walk to a monster. And then Leoka Warriors, have them walk to Leoka Warrior. And then locations, you can have them go to any location. When you get into a tower, there's a get out option. There's like a change of sector. You can go up the tower. There'll be retrieve data. Go down. Retrieve data we'll get to later. Exchange DNA for when you want to exchange DNA with another Lyrical Warrior, and analyze DNA. This is all stuff we'll get into a tad bit later. So when you change a sector, they go to a completely different sector, whichever sector the tower is connected to. That's how you get around. See, we're now in the desert, and now we're back in the forest. In the super scan window, clicking this just localizes to the tower. Nothing special about that. All right, the Guardian. This is the fun part. So when a person is trapped in the Guardian sphere, they lose half their health. And yes, this is actually a 3D object. It's pretty cool. They get paralyzed, and you can't localize them. Which means, if you close out of that, you do vmap.odd, can't reopen the comms window. To fix this, there are two routes you can take. You can send Aelita to the current sector and have her destroy it with her cloning ability, or you can just use the cloning program. So to do the cloning program, you type cd for loading a CD. I'll get to everything else a bit later. You can do cd.clone, cd.clone, or they just clone it. You don't need cd. Okay. Never mind. It used to be you needed cd. That's for the artificial intelligence. More on that later. You can do clone.odd. And then odd.clone. So the target, or the person we're cloning is odd. The target is odd. Clone.exe. You can see we have created the clone, and it destroyed the Guardian. In here, we just entered a battle, so you can see the sort of like battle statistics and such. Here's our battle timer. This is normal attack, this is high damage attack, and this attacks each monster, but with the normal attack. These guys can mostly be killed in one hit. We're probably gonna die soon. Yeah. So, why won't I use an action point before we die? And we're dead. Alright. So, he's just gotten diverted, which means we can't use him for 12 hours. Or we can simply just cut time 12 hours. Okay, and you can see we can use them again. And the monsters have disappeared. Alright, so that's it for the Guardian. Should I do attacks now, or should I go over the different Scyphozoas that are there? I know William's answer. He wants me to build this kid. He's pretty enthusiastic about it. We can get to that just a smidge later, I promise. Actually, I think before we do the Scyphozoas, we should do attacks. So if you have XANA's initiative enabled, he will attack autonomously when the timer reaches 0 and it says XANA can attack. Or if you have him disabled, just type XANA and he'll attack. You can see we actually got a strike of luck. Damage evaluations unavailable. Check the TV. We can see it's the nuclear power plant. So if you remember, if we open CMAP, we do cmap.powerplant, we can check the status of the power plant and sort of the attack type. Or not the attack type, the just how far the attack is. And when this gets to 100, the attack is successful and you have lost the game. So, the tower that was activated is an ice sector and it's tower 8. Rule of thumb. See this red zone? You cannot virtualize a Lyrical Warrior anywhere in this red zone. If you do that, they'll be verted to random places, and including random sectors, and most of them will fall into the digital sea. If they fall into the digital sea, that is a definitive death for everyone except Aelita if France Hopper is enabled. We'll get to that a bit later. So, just Aelita.transfer. Aelita is the only person. Ooh, currently not. What? Thought I had the elevator off. Oh, yeah. Alright, so. Urine scanners. Urine scanners. You're in scanners. All right, so you can see Yumi. Oh, I didn't have it set to off. Oh, that makes sense. You can see Yumi had the red thing, and she's held by Sissy. If you type MVOIX, you'll open the voice synthesizer program. voix.legend. You can see to get rid of Sissy, if we look here, Sissy is affected by Delmas, but not affected by Nicholas and Herb. Nicholas and Herb are affected by each other and affected by Sissy, but Sissy doesn't like them, so she doesn't listen to them. The only person she'll listen to is her father. So if we do mvoix.delmas, and have her sent to the scanners. MVOX, again, close that, phone to close out. How many people we got in stream? One person so far. Okay. Everyone should be in the factory, correct? Heading to the scanners. Oh, is it that glitch again? No, it's not. She's just taking actually forever. Cool. Waiting. I better be. Oh, that's both of them. Excellent. Don't worry, we have nothing but time. The attack is very slow. And to prevent that from happening again, There we go. So, as I was saying before I got interrupted, Alida is the only person that can deactivate these red towers. You need to have people around her for guarding purposes. You can transfer up to 3 people at the same time. Vert.desert. The activated tower is 8, so we'll go to 7. Vert.exe. You can see they're all there. Alrighty, so you noticed Earth code needed. Essentially, what that means is she cannot die. If she dies, she'll be on the frontier. Yeah, that's about it. She just can't die. And to devert her, you cannot devirtualize her like you would everyone else using this program. You'll have to use a different program, which we'll get to a little later. Alrighty. So we'll go to diffverts. I'll show you how this works. So character you want to divert will be Yumi, and then .diffverts. Then you do diffvert dot, and then the time in seconds. The lowest time possible is 10 seconds, and then diffvert.exe. And that will automatically virtualize her. You can see she has entered the battlefield. Alrighty, so why don't we get everyone heading over to, actually, over vehicles. Typing over vehicles will materialize them all at once. Can do them one at a time, so you can do like overwing.yumi, and it'll send it just to Yumi. We'll have everyone get on their over vehicles. You do that, you do that, you do that, and you do that. See self-clone and send the visual. We'll get to those later. Wait, why are we in the desert? Ah, crap. Desert goes to forest and mountain. Mountain would go to ice. Forest would go to 10. That would be closer. Alright, so desert tower 1. Crap. We have wasted so much time. We might actually die. I never thought I'd have to do this, but... And yeah. That was a close call. That was a really close call. You almost died. The over vehicles bug up sometimes. You're good. You're good. I never thought I'd have to do this, but we might actually have to destroy a sector to stop this in time. Which would really suck. No, we should be able to make it in time. Yeah, we'll make it in time. Hopefully. Oh yeah, being in a tower will heal them. Depending on your difficulty level, is how much they'll heal for. You have to go on foot because you were dumb. Yay. You can see their current stamina. They'll slow down when it dips to empty. Stop your complaining. Ah, yes, we're almost here. And where are you guys? A little short behind. 68? Maybe we'll have to destroy a sector. That would kind of suck. Here, we'll have you take care of you guys first. That way they just have a straight shot and they have no chance of getting devirtualized. You're gonna take forever. $73. Ooh, we're gonna cut it a little close here. Yeah, pathfinding. You got it just fine. I don't know what your problem is. Yep, now he doesn't have it just fine. Come on, make a second attempt. You can do it. The little train that could. And that monster will fall to their death. Or not. Okay, you know, I don't trust it. Vehicles.dematter will dematerialize the over vehicle. They're both waiting for next turn. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, hold up. Ah, crap. There we go. You know, you're lagging too much behind. You're being a nuisance. Alright, we'll have her get in tower. Typing visual will open Ileda's visual program. Have her go up. And then code Leoka. That'll deactivate the tower and stop the attack. Alright. That's easy now. Everything's been taken care of. All right, so devirtualize ILEDA. If everyone wasn't stuck. All right. So essentially, to devirtualize ILEDA, you cd.matterTest, cd program open. If she's in a wait tower, more on this little flashing thing later. If she's in a wait tower, either tower number 1 or 10, you can either press code earth in our comms window, or you could just do mattertest.exe, and that'll do that program. But because she's not in the wait tower, we can't do anything about that. That's cool. All right. Now then, restart the program. You should always do this after you want to quit, because it's the when you restart, everything gets like kind of glitchy. So simple detour, nothing too bad. For you, we'll actually have you as perma-xanified. Actually, wait, no. We'll have you as that for now. Here, I explained that. I didn't show it, but I explained it. And that's all that matters, really. F1 scanner system. Controls will be off. Auto connect on. XANA's initiative will be off for now. Alrighty, it'll be off for now. We'll do xanifying Skipazola first. We'll leave DNA manipulations out of this for now. I could do both. The problem is we run into the chance of getting a thief Skipazola first. And that really wouldn't be good. So, whatever, we'll start. I'll just, we'll have to take another detour after this. Alrighty, so this is where we get into the cool parts. Whoever is still watching. This is where this is the best part. In my opinion, this entire game, it all comes down to this part right here, what we're about to do. Alrighty. Guess what? Oh, darn it. That's a lot. Alright, who's here? Monsters. It's Skipazola. Okay. And then they should be all the way on the other end of the sector. We're gonna have to wait a little. Ooh, Skipazola is pretty close. So at the moment, there are 3 things the Skipazola can do. It can drain skid shields. We'll get to that later. It can xanify people, and it can steal their DNA, which you'll have to get back in Sector 5. That's the logo for the Skipazola, by the way. I tried getting a lock on it. It's really hard to get a lock on the monsters from the virtual map. It's pretty difficult. Once the Skipperzoa catches her, you can see her memory is going up. It's sending XANA's data into her. As before, you can't virtualize the Leoka Warrior in this part at all. If you want to stop the Skipperzoa, you just send someone here. Not in the red ring, don't vert them directly there. Have them walk, and then just take care of the Skipperzoa. It does take a little bit to take care of it. It has a lot of health. But yeah, in a little bit, you'll see that she'll go up in the tower and destroy the forest. And I will be right back. I'm just gonna go grab a drink real quick while that timer is going. You all can sit and chill. Alright. Ah, yes, the classic eating while streaming. I promise this won't take much longer. I swear. And we should be done right about now. Okay. You can see on the map she's changed to like this orangish color. That means she's xanified. And watch, I will not have a hand on the keyboard. Wait till she wakes up. You can see she's doing it all on her own. Everything's disappearing. This is about to look really cool. Yeah, this looks awesome. This is why it's my favorite part of the game, because it just looks awesome. There you go. All right. So you may be asking, how do I get that sector back? Well, you'll find out later. Alrighty. Now we get everything to do with Carthage. Ooh, actually, wait. DNA manipulations first. All right, so DNA. You can see DNA problem. Their DNA was fused during VERT. That'll turn red. And here you can see he's red and deadly devert. If he devirtualizes, he will die. All right, if we get in the tower and we analyze DNA, you can see there's a problem. He's fused with his dog. This is how much longer he has until he dies. Super simple. So we're gonna guard this tower real quick, and there's a reason. All right. So to fix the DNA, we're going to have to activate this tower for our own use. All right. So we just do TRANSM this time. So transmit, or just transm. Oh, you can actually type transmit. Can I type transfer for here? Nah. So transmits, we do transmit dot t super scan. That'll just, whatever tower you have super scanned will send the location there, and then just transmit.exe. We have now activated the tower for our own use. We'll send a little bit more energy just in case XANA tries to take control. All right, so now then we just repair DNA. Ooh, towers inhibitors. Ah, yes. Super scan dot inhib. We'll open the inhibitor window. You'll have to use the crypto smasher like you would with the satellite. You just do crypto.inhib instead of crypto.sat. Inhibitors are now deactivated. Now just repair. Progress will take a little bit, and there are 2 Scyphozoas, or those mantae. Ah, crap. We just wait around for it to be fixed. Ooh, ouch. Good thing DNA is almost fixed. And DNA fixed. But there's one more thing I'd like to do with this. We'll have everyone heal up first. We'll decrypt the diary. So decrypting the diary does take a little bit of time, but there are some things that come with decrypting it, and you'll see in a second. Oh, you can see tower is being attacked. This is the tower's health. If that reaches 0, the tower will get destroyed. And a tower is going to be destroyed because everyone's being stupid and won't go over there. Why will no one go over there? No, too late. Well, that's interesting. Now isn't it? He destroyed the tower. He didn't take it over. So now you want to fight. Interesting. Well, that's essentially the basics of decrypting a tower, or decrypting the diary. But you know what? I say what the heck. Why don't we stop there? That's right. We still got time. Let's keep going. We can make another attempt. Actually, bad idea. All right. That takes care of that. Oh yeah. Well, I guess I can show you the reboot and the RVLP. Reboot. What the reboot does is it stops all battles and unzanifies people. But it doesn't work with the perma-zanification. Only the temporary one. RVLP is the return to the past, just RVLP or RTTP, whichever one you prefer, and then RVLP.10 or RTTP.10, and then .exe. And you can see there's a cooldown for that of 24 hours, and a cooldown of this of, I believe, like, what is it, 1 hour or something like that, or 2 hours or 5 hours. It's not that long of a wait. Yeah, 6 hours. All right. Now we get to do the fun stuff with Carthage as well. How long have we been streaming for? Just out of the question. An hour and 15 minutes. That's cool. Alrighty, so stuff with Carthage. Stuff with Carthage. The core. Turn that off. That could be like the intro to getting people to Carthage, I guess. The core attack. Alrighty. I think that should do it. So Carthage is the sort of like the heart of everything. You'll see that in a second. All right, so let's say, first of all, actually, let's take a look at the diary. I'll pretend we successfully decrypted it. There's nothing to it afterwards. France will activate the tower, though. You'll just have to do an RTTP. There's some images. You can look over those. And voice logs.
June 6th, 1994, day 55. The return to the past program has proved to be very useful. I can go back for 24 hours each day, each time, and make progress on Lyoko and XANA. And the supercomputer seems to get more powerful every time.
There is a voice with him, in case you can't hear the voice. There is one.
June 6th, 1994, day 522. XANA and Lyoko are ready. After so many sacrifices. Both ready. June 6th, 1994, day 2546. The scanners and virtualization programs are ready. In a few hours, I will go to Lyoko with Aelita. Just like me, Aelita will hold the keys to Lyoko. Together, we will be the absolute masters. We will live together. Forever.
And that's that. Alright, so let's say you're out here and you just like, for some reason, you want to send out Alida, Odd, and Yumi. You're just chilling a bit. Oh, we might need random monsters. Oh, no. No, don't go there. Go back. We will humbly wait for the Skipazoa to arrive. I see you over there. Come on. Click it. Ah! Ah! There we go. We'll just humbly wait for the Skipazoa. This might take a little bit. The schizozoa has arrived. And now, you can see it's taking out its memory. And the numbers are going down, showing that it's stealing his DNA. So now, we'll just wait for that peacefully. I'll be right back. All right, we're about halfway done. We just need a couple more to go. 9, 8, 7. Yep, this is gonna take a little bit, just a wee bit. Should only take about another, maybe 20 seconds. Welcome, new viewer. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Finally. It's shorter than it looks, really. Alright, so Deadly Divert. You may be wondering, now, what is this? What is this sort of like stealing DNA thing? Well, in the show, they stole the Earth DNA, which is the DNA for the human body that would be needed to divert people. Right? Obviously, seems pretty important. So, to get that back, you'd have to go to this place called Sector 5 or Carthage. We'll see that in a few seconds. There we go. We need to do that. See? Problem with the DNA. We can fix that really easily. We will send everyone to Sector's End. Those of you who are unfamiliar with the show, you'll have no idea what I am doing. And that's okay. You won't know what Sector's End is, you won't know what any of the sort of complications of the DNA and stuff, which is okay. The game's pretty cool, so if you haven't watched the show, I'd still check it out, but I'd watch the show first because the game contains some spoilers. So if I remember correctly. Yeah, alright, so I did do this right. You can directly send people to Carthage. However, Let's see, vert.carthage arena. But if you do vert.exe, access prog not initialized. So essentially, to connect to Carthage, you need to type Carthage, right? Very simple. And then, you're like, what's the password? Well, you remember, if you don't know the show, this Punic Wars will give you the password. Right here, Scipio equals Scipio. You just enter Scipio directly into here. So SCIPIO. And that's the password to connect to Carthage. Alright, and then just vert.exe, right? I think it's all fine and dandy. Nope, materialization codes are missing. So, yeah. Just reset the link window. We don't want to virtualize William. So to get to Carthage otherwise, you'd have to go to these sectors ends and then just do Carthage, CARTHAGE dot trans, as in like transporter. But nah, you do need to do the short TRANSP. And then it will automatically send out the transporter to whatever sector they're in, pick them up, and bring them to Carthage. Here's Carthage in all of its glory. Alrighty, so how about we'll lock on to you for now. Alright, so you may be wondering, what is this get in maze humble jumbo, and how do I figure out the layout of the maze? Well, Carthage.sensors will have the answer to that, and then sensors.p, you can open that right away and just get it out of the way. Just, push it down there or something. This is just the timer. Alrighty, so have you me get in the maze. Alright, you can see we can move around and we can zoom in. You want to get to that area, and that's pretty far. That's very far. If you don't get to that area, the entire thing will turn red. You'll see this big circle start closing in on the arena. If the circle touches the Lyric Warriors, they divert. When the maze closes, they'll automatically attempt to return to the arena. However, if they're too far out, they will not be able to return, and they will get devirtualized. With materialization codes unavailable, that would mean that they'd be stuck in the frontier. This is an issue. Oh, good. It's not as good as well. Phew. No, go back. Go up. And this way. Up. And then to the right. So that's essentially how you figure out the maze. It's really easy. Now you can move around Carthage freely. So to get Odd's DNA back, everyone's going to need to go to the bridge. If we type over vehicles here, actually, let's just send you back to the arena. If we do, when you're in the arena, you can't use over vehicles at all. Whenever you're inside, If you're on the outside, though, in the celestial dome, is what they called it in the show, you can use the over vehicles. We'll have odd use the interface. And we'll do, what is it, retrieve data? There we go. Problem solved. And then we'll have Alita use the interface. Oh, well, I thought it was problem solved. No, it is problem solved. You retrieve matter codes. All right. So when you retrieve the materialization codes, you'll be able to directly virtualize the Carthage, and people will not die when they devirtualize in Carthage. All right. Now that we have this, see if we go back to sectors. Materialization codes available. So you may be wondering, right? How in the world would you get back to the other sectors? To get to the other sectors from here, there are two ways you can do it. You can take the arena and use a teleporter. You'll get transported to a random sector or a sector with the tower activated, I believe. A safer bet, though, is Carthage.tunnel. And you can see there are these like various tunnels. So let's say we wanted to have you locations tunnel mountain, right, is the closest. Yep. You can just do tunnel at any sector, for instance, the mountain. And then tunnel at EXE. The tunnel will open, and you can send a Lyoko warrior through. They'll transport to a different sector. You have 40 seconds to get anyone through. Anyone in this tunnel, when it closes, will devirtualize. To stop it, before the countdown, just do tunnel.stop. And that works like that. I have no idea what that is over there. Oh, that's where all the... Okay, I see. That's probably where the Mante spawn. There should be like various ones of those around the edge. And yeah, there's other things about Carthage though. If we get everyone to Tower 1. Tower 1. We can fast forward time a bit. You can see attack in progress, but what we didn't have XANA's initiative on. Well, XANA's initiative really only works with the towers, he can still attack the heart of Lyoko. All right, and so essentially to fix that problem, you just start your over vehicles. You can see the core is now being attacked. Go to South Pole. And then just do like the get in core. You cannot use your vehicles while in the core zone. They will automatically jump off their vehicles. To save it, you just attack the monsters that are attacking the core. But I have a better idea. Why don't we let the core, die? So I can show you what it looks like when Lyoko is completely destroyed. And I can show you how to rebuild it. In case your vehicles bug out, you can use the teleporter to get back to the arena. You can see we can divert people without getting an error now. We'll wait for this to go, I guess. In the meantime, why don't we have a look at cd.files? And these are all Jeremy's files. These two don't do anything. This is the thing from the show. If you remember, it was like contact.
I don't get into either. Now, I am the listener creator of you. I can help you. I want to get in touch with you now. I am Franz Hopper. I am the creator of Lyoko.
And then some pictures. Alita's DNA, or DNA ID, her Canadian visa, her passport. Oh, that's her passport. This is her ID. Where? This is her passport. Yeah. But this is international. Just whatever. Her CV. It's a credit card or something like that. This is her like DJ pass thing. Because she was a DJ in the show. Anniversary photo. Oh, this is the photo that Jeremy got on his birthday. Picture of Jeremy and Alita. Picture of Odd. In a magazine. And then a picture of Polar Kanyumi. What else do we have here? Actually, if I take a look at the commands list. Some bound codes, yeah, we'll get to all that. Alrighty, so CD firewall is essentially, I don't know what this is going to be used for, but stop it. You just press escape, or not escape. It was enter. Just enter. There we go. And then there was the clock, right? So to set a timer on the clock, it just is when you skip time a bit, which we can't right now because monsters are attacking the core. When you skip time, it'll stop at the designated time you have selected. So in 23 hours and 59 minutes, it will stop the timer. Or will it stop the timer at 23:59? I don't remember. What else do we have? Crypto. Hold on. We'll get to that all. Link, we already did that. People connect over vehicles, phone, already did that. Scanners already did. Transfer map. We'll get to this one. Okay. So, all right, I see what we can do. So completely useless command, diary J. Doesn't really do anything. We are getting some frame rate issues. So that'll be a problem. And computer's getting a little hot. Alright, so then a couple other commands. What was I gonna do? Yeah. Oh yeah. So web.sat info. So to check on the status of like a satellite attack. Let's do that. Like, oop, first layer has been destroyed. Password, you just do crypto.sat. And then just select whatever satellite it is. With the attack, you'll see a VG747 right here. Just click on that and you get to see. Or you could just do satcontrol.vgln if 747 was available, which it only is during attacks. You could do that. And let's actually, while we're here, fix the frame rate issue. There we go. Frame rate issue's been fixed. Hopefully. It should be fine in a second. So I'll wait for that to be destroyed. Oh, it's still taking forever. What else? What else? What else? What else? Just take forever. Heart. Won't be long now. Almost there. We're so close. Come on. 26%, 25. The reason why it's taking so long is because only creepers are attacking the core. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine, I guess. $20, 19, 18. How much longer do I have? We've been streaming for a whopping 2 hours, which means I have 6 hours left of stream time. Cool. Second core layer is finally done, which means we're almost there. Twelve, 11%. 10, 9, This take us so slow. Come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on. 1. Let's go. 1%. Here we are. 0. Done. You can see everything's being destroyed now. The entire thing is going to be erased. See, all the sectors are disappearing. Oh, and there goes Carthage. Everything's gone. Alrighty, so now we get to, well, how do we get everything back? Good question. Good question, good question, good question. It's really easy, actually. Under here, in the build codes window, we can start with builds. All right, first sector we're going to build is the Carthage. So we type build.carthage, and then we do build.allocate.2200. Sorry, Carthage.allocate.2200. And the way I know that is because if we go in here, the energy stat window, over here we have the sector main 2200. For like the mountain, forest, ice, desert, and stuff, you'd use the sector surface, which is 1800. Then you do Carthage.bipolar CRD.0.0. You know that from in the help menu, it says when you're building Carthage, just use 0.0 for bipolar coordinates. And then Carthage sea level and any number between, what is it, like 300 and 600 or something like that? It's, yeah, 300 and 600. We'll do -600 without the negative sign, obviously. And then Carthage code and then here's the code for Carthage. 52C24A. And then we do build. You can do build.maze. We're not going to do that though. Build.sim. You always have to do build.sim first now. If there's any problems with your build, it'll display with a flashing red symbol, but there isn't, so it says ready. We do build.compile. And we get this window. So now we just skip time. And we're done. Construction of Carthage is complete. 3, 2, 1, 0. Now. Or not. It's going to be slow. Of course, it's going to be slow. There we go. All right. So now then, map.mode.leoko. You may be wondering, right? There's only this big ball. So to build the other sectors, we'll do them all at once. Actually, we can do all the sectors at once. We do build.forest, forest.sea-level 600, forest.allocate.1800. Remember, if you look at the energy stat window, right here, it'll say sector surface 1800. Build codes.forest or build codes.any sector to change it. Forest.code.62F740. Forest.bipolar coordinates.270.213. Forest.way tower road 001111000. And then to get the way tower access, just cd.mattertest. Forest.way tower access dot Here we go. And in case you didn't notice, these are actually the GCAT things for DNA. In protein synthesis, DNA has like those codon pairs, and they're G, C, A, and T. For RNA, it's G, C, A, and U. And I just thought that was a pretty good reference, actually. All right, and then we'll do build.sim to make sure that everything's working correctly with the forest. Everything's correct. All right, so now then we'll do build codes.mountain. And then we'll do build.mountain, mountain.allocate.1800, mountain.sea-level.600, mountain.bipolar coordinates.90.345, mountain Way Tower Road. It is Way Tower Road, by the way. 010111111. Zero 10. First of all, it's dot and it's 010. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seriously? Way Tower Road. Much like real binary, each section is 8 bits long. So yeah, and this is also 8 bits. Another nice reference. Mountain. Can't type today. Code. 63M300. Mountain. Way Tower Access. CGAGATTT. Build.sim. Oh, build code. Six three. There we go. Build.desert. Desert. Allocate.1800. Desert.sea level. 600. Desert. Bipolar coordinates. 180. Six. Desert. Way Tower Road. 1101110. Desert.code.83D85E. Desert.way Tower Access. Dot CGGT. Dang it. I missed it. CCAC. Build.sim. Alright, and then build.ice. Ice.sea level. 600. Ice.allocate.1800. Ice.way Tower Access. ACCCC. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what were the last three? GCT. Ice.code.36E70A. ice.bipolar CRD 360.345 ice.waytower road.1000101 build.sim. All right, that's everything. And then you just type build.compile. Now, cut time. All right. We can see currently there are no wait towers, and then we just do build.exe. And there you have it. I actually believe the layout of each sector might be a tad bit different too. Interesting. All right, so well, that's everything for building sectors. Now then, we get to do the fun stuff. This time, we build the skid. Garage. Skid garage. So, why don't we do that? Type in build. Now, to get the stuff for this, just build.skid garage. Or, sorry, build.garage. But build.skid garage. Build.garage. Oh, come on. October Road. This is the one for skid garage. All right, let me take a look at what it is. Build dot. Oh, garage skid. My bad. Build dot garage skid. All right. So, I haven't done this in a while. And the garage skid requires 600. Garage skid dot allocate dot 600. Code is 83G23S. Garage skid dot code dot 83G23S. And then the bipolar coordinates 999648. Garage skid dot bipolar coordinates dot 999 dot 648. There we go. And build.sim. build.exe. Build.compile. We wait the 3 hours out. We might get interrupted by XANA attacking the core, though, which would be bad. Ooh, we're not. Alright, is XANA attacking the core? Nope, we saw a whopping 36 minutes. Okay. So, now that that's done, we get to look at the skid garage. This is the skid garage. It will be our home for the skid. I'll show you to you in a second. While that's building, because it'll take a little bit, why don't we currently get set for the builds? Just type in build.skid. Garage skid is okay. Looks like we have to wait on this long build. So you can see up here, actually, what I did was up here, see these sort of things. If you just do f.1 dot and then a command, you can change them to anything. I have them f.1.skid.order.main. What I have it to is I have it to 8 of the 10 order commands, and I just go and I just press all the function F1 through 8 over and over and over again. And then once I see that it built 8, or sometimes 7 or 6, depending on what the order is, it speeds things up a lot. You'll see what I mean. All right, so now that that's done, here's the garage for our skids. Probably one of the best builds in the game. It looks pretty snazzy, you know. There's power. I wish it was just like a tad bit bigger, getting a good, decent camera angle without being blocked by these wall things. This is a tad bit annoying. Alright, you can see the pads for teleporting, which we can't do yet. We cannot drive the skid. We can only build it right now, and XANA can attack it. That's it. So we type in build.skid, and then we do, we'll just start with these actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Let's see if we just cycle through. Alright, so then we just do skid.order sonar, skid.order.keylaser, and then just, there we go, all done. See how much faster that was than typing it all out by hand? Yeah. Glad I thought of it. Best idea, actually, one of my best ideas. Is this one? This is from nav skids, right? Yeah. So the Moby Dick book will have the stuff for building the skids. We just need the build code. So there's bipolar coordinates. 900, 789. Skid.bipolar coordinates.900.78. And actually, energy stat. How much does the allocation require on this? Allocation requires 1,000 exactly. Skid.allocate.1000. And then the build code, which should be on the next page. 56S30B. Skid.code.56S30B. Build.sim. And then missing nav skids, yeah. So then we just do build.navskid.y. We'll start with navskid.y. For the nav skids, all you need is the build codes. They'll find in here, in the 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea. By the way, these are real books, except maybe that one. I don't know if that one's a real book. So for nav skid Y, here it is, 67N60Y. It's right here. Nav skid y.code.67N60Y. That's right. Yep. All right, now we just build nav skid s. Nav skid s. It's over on this page. Look at that. 6 is circled, so it's 62N44S. Because look at that. 62N44S. Nav skid s. Dot code dot 62N47S. Right? Or 44S. 44S, okay. All right, and then there we go. We'll just get it off the charge real quick. It's heating up pretty bad from charging. Build.navskidp. Navskidp.code. The code for the purple nav skid is on the purple post-it note right here. 92N13P. 92N13P. And then build.navskidr. Navskidr code dot, and then leave that blank for now. To find the code for navskidr, it's number 3. Always number 3. You can tell by this right here. Gives you a little hint. Number 3, 12N24R. So you just go to end 12N24R, and then build.sim, and everything should be fine and dandy. There we go. Build.compile. And we'll have to wait for that. I believe there should be a core attack in a couple of seconds. Yeah, core attack. All right, so. I actually might have to turn the quality down. This is a tad bit better. Sorry, my computer just gets really hot really quick. Over vehicles. Yeah, latency is actually getting really bad. Tell you what, once they're done with clearing out the monsters, I'm gonna take maybe like an hour or so break, let my computer cool off and charge up a bit as well. If that's cool. I don't think there will be a need to stop the stream. The stream should still go. Uh, if I stop the screen share, it should still go. It might just say like waiting for me to start sending data again, but there shouldn't be a problem with it cutting out. And if there is, then I'll just make like a part 2. Alright, so I'll pause the game. And I will, since I've been streaming for like 2 hours, I'll take a short break. So I'll see you in a second.